pro-democracy activist and founder of this flag movement, Pastor Evan Mawarire, have been acquitted of all charges at the High Court. Mawarire had been facing charges of attempting to overthrow the constitutionally elected government of former President Robert Mugabe after he organized demonstrations against the government. The case was dismissed at the end of the state's case. The state had alleged that Mawarire incited the people to revolt against President Robert Mugabe by calling for demonstrations last year. Pastor Evan was also facing charges of organizing demonstrations against Mugabe at a United Nations General Assembly meeting in New York in a bid to end the former ZANU-PF leader's rule illegally. Speaking after his acquittal, Mawarire said that while he was relieved that he had been acquitted, he insisted that he should never have been arrested in the first place as he had been exercising his constitutional rights. Mawarire went on to thank everyone who had supported him and said that his hope is that intimidation will stop in Zimbabwe. He urged President Emmerson Mnangagwa to do things differently from his predecessor and to consider amnesty for all people jailed for exercising their constitutional rights by speaking out. Mawarire thanked his lawyer Harrison Nkomo and the Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights (ZLHR) for all the hard work they had done in the last year and a half. In September, Mawarire was also acquitted of inciting public violence and disorderly conduct at the University of Zimbabwe by High Court Judge Justice Priscilla Chigumba after a trial. In that trial, one of the state witnesses, Detective Chief Inspector Ed Moranganga, had claimed that Pastor Evan spoke in code when he said that people should not engage in violence. He argued that Mawarire's movement wanted to remove the incumbent government through unconstitutional means and likened this flag to Boko Haram. This is a developing story and will be updated as more details come in. Pastor Evan Mawarire. This flag accord. Pastor Evan Mawarire is a Zimbabwean religious leader, motivational speaker, author and leader of the This Flag movement. In April 2016 he posted a video on Facebook with the title This Flag, which went viral, spurring the start of the This Flag hashtag. Read more about Pastor Evan Mawarire. This Flag movement is a campaign started by Pastor Evan Mawarire that calls on Zimbabweans to carry the country's flag with them as a sign of protest to the government for failing to provide a dignified life to its citizens. Read more about this flag. High Court of Zimbabwe is one of the superior courts of Zimbabwe. The High Court deals at first instance with all high-value and high-importance cases. It also has a supervisory jurisdiction over all subordinate courts and tribunals. Appeals from the High Court. Read more about High Court.